my top 10 for Division I men's basketball goes as follows: Houston 1, Kansas 2, Purdue 3, Alabama 4, UCLA 5, Texas 6, Gonzaga 7. Yes, they moved up. It's because the teams in front lost. Xavier 8, Virginia 9, Tennessee number 10, Arizona, but teams outside looking at it like Arizona, Iowa State, TCU, Kansas State, and UConn, they dropped significantly. That's just naming some teams right there, but there's a new AP poll that came out, and there's a few teams that from last week that were ranked are no longer ranked, obviously, which I'm going to go over in a second. And it's the following. On the AP poll: Houston number 1, 34 votes. Kansas 2 with 23 votes. Purdue 3 with 3 votes. Alabama 4, UCLA 5, Gonzaga 6, Texas 7, Xavier 8, Tennessee 9, Virginia 10, Arizona 11, 12 is Iowa State, 13 is Kansas State, 14 is TCU. I think those two should be switched head to head. But 3 losses compared to 2 losses. But you never know. UConn 15, Auburn 16, Miami, Florida 17, Charleston up to 18. The biggest climb is Clemson, who's now number 19 in the country. Marquette 20. Baylor is back in the top 25 at number 21. Providence 22. They dropped 3 spots. Rutgers is now number 23. Florida Atlantic, the number 24. Arkansas went down 10 spots at number 25. Obviously, Wisconsin, Missouri, San Diego State, Duke had to be out for obvious reasons. Now, some top 25 games you need to keep an eye on between now and Sunday are the following. Number 2 Kansas at number 13 Kansas State. That's not going to be an easy game for Kansas. Remember, Kansas has been getting by teams at home. So, it's harder to go on the road in the Big 12. And remember, Kansas State's coming off of a loss. This is a trap game for Kansas, even though it's a top 15 matchup. I know they're not going to overlook them. But I'm just saying, you're coming off of facing a team that's coming off of a loss. That's dangerous. Number 7, Texas at number 12, Iowa State. Texas is reeling back-to-back comeback victories at home here. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to beat this Iowa State team. So, we'll have to wait and see. Number 22, Providence at number 20, Marquette. I think, obviously, the loser of this game is going to be out of the top 25. If I'm being honest here, I would think so. Now, Saturday games. Number 14, TCU at number 2, Kansas. But Kansas has been barely, like I said, big game by people. So, at home. So, and TCU, the weakness for TCU is the consistency at the 3-point line. And they're not great of a 3-point shooting team. Number 5, UCLA at number 11, Arizona. That's a tough game. And then Sunday, there's nothing. Nothing in terms of that. So, this is what I want to explain here. And by the way, next week, I might have to just do a post because it's going to just be a little busy that day. I mean, it might be a week from now because of some other stuff going on. So don't be shocked if that is the case. And I'll list top 25 games. Don't worry. Because I know next week I was as long as Baylor wins both their games, they're going to be in the top 25. Even if Kansas loses once, they're going to be in the top 25. But obviously, a week from now is Kansas at Baylor. That's just to make sure if that happens. We'll have to wait and see what happens to all these top 25 teams. Because, there have been a lot of upsets last week. 10 in one day. And that was on Saturday. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. It's going to 5 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.